This is easily my favorite idle animation in the entire game. Easily my favorite idle animation. The idea of him just like throwing the bottle in the air, like whatever this aftershave or cologne he's using. But it's interesting to do this idle animation now because I wanted to start off with an Adventurine idle animation because of course we just obtained him. If you saw the video I put on Monday, I picked him as my free character. But it's also difficult because like we have this like crazy thing here in the background. You know, especially with the music, the energy that this is giving off as well. Like, this is like a weird feeling for this place. So, like, obviously, like, it's like a bit out of place for you to be like, hey, look at my new character and my lovely idle animation. Also, do you feel the weight and the emotional heaviness of this place? You do? Okay, well, me too. Hello, baby gang says this is Calvin, also known as Romer, and that's so cool. Look at that. Click of the finger. See, that's what someone's like every time I'm like, oh, I have Adventurine, woo, and then like I hear the music, like the really beautiful but like heavy music in the background. It's like okay, I gotta like, you know, this is gonna be lock-in time as well as we have Adventurine. You know, it's like a happy time, but also this is gonna be very heavy. Hello, baby gang says this is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. This is the team we're using right now. I replaced Locha with Adventurine. My Adventurine's not perfect. He's definitely not perfect. It's hard to get like relics sometimes that like, it's not hard, it's just, it is hard technically to get them because it's about luck, right? But it's obviously like one of those things where leveling up characters isn't that hard in this game. But I don't think I've had like, have really the best relics for him yet. But it's one of those things where I can do it over time. It's actually quite funny because like, you know, I don't really like, you guys know I'm not really that person who like follows like what makes a character good. So if it's serviceable to me, I'm happy. Do this thing over here. It's really, I can only imagine that what we're about to see in here is probably going to be something big, right? 100%. Well, it's the past, of course.
Surprisingly.
It's what they, you know, built up from the last episode. But it's and the prophecy and all this stuff as well. But the reason I say this is probably gonna be heavier than even like we think it is in some way. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm wrong. But it's just that we had like this big moment with My Day and Finon and the goodbye there.
I never
and
thought there would be such a hidden space
you know?
in the abyss.
Look at this.
This is the archive of prophecies, an important ceremonial site back then.
Oh, it was a ceremonial site? It's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I'm saying the last episode was so heavy with like the stuff with Trinian and the stuff with My Day and Finon. It's like, what are they gonna follow up with? And it might just be like, hey, they're gonna let us calm down for a bit, but we'll see. We'll definitely see.
This Janus's maze that Trinian used for divination in the past.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's like it has a name and everything?
Not only that, it also serves as a lock. Our childhood abode lies sealed within.
Oh. It's like a locking mechanism. I like when games do locks that aren't traditional locks.
This is the largest puzzle I've ever laid eyes on. And it even acts as a door lock.
Very Resident Evil.
Should have expected something like this in the homeland of puzzles, I suppose. So, how are we going to solve it?
Just follow the designated path and let the stone ball fall into the pool twice.
Okay. This should be fun.
Seems pretty straightforward. Even Mighty might be able to complete it in a single try.
Oh my god, he's still thinking about Mighty. How could you talk smack about Mighty behind his back? I'm not gonna insult Mighty as I'll say this. Even though like it's like
smack. It's clearly a compliment.
like I don't want to say the Finon can't, by the way. Like Finon and Mighty know each other very well. They are very close. Like I feel like even though like emotionally I'm close to Mighty, I don't think like it's very fair for me to be insulting him. Like in the way that like a best pal or roommate would, you know?
Mighty. If he were still here, we'd probably take a lot fewer detours to solve our issues.
Oh.
Enough with the talking. Let's just get started.
Is he saying as well that like Mighty would just like, you know, just power through this? And he is pretty straightforward with the stuff he likes to do sometimes, right? When Mighty is there people? Oh, there's people up here as well. I guess it is like a reflection of the past, right? Very interesting. So I guess we can try this out. Wait, he's always thinking about My Day. It's very, very cute. Even now. Okay. So press and hold to activate the rewinding power and rotate the maze. During the rewind, let go of the button and the maze will spin in reverse direction. Combine gravity with the maze to spin. Okay, so we just to get... Okay, let's try our best, I guess. That's... Oh, okay, this is gonna be easy? No? Am I... Maybe I'm... No, yeah, this will be fine. Yeah. That's grand. We have to do it twice, they said, right? One of the encryption keys has been locked.
You too have the makings of a high priest now.
Let the stone bad ball in the pool once more to open the hidden door. I hope it doesn't say what I didn't make it sound like I said my day is not close with us, by the way, because like we had a beautiful moment at the end. Sorry.
To the end point looks pretty tough. My hands are shaking just from looking at it.
He's so cute. But I'm not saying that we weren't close as characters. I'm saying that like there's different elements of closeness, right? I don't think we had the relationship with My Day where he would make fun of us and we'd make fun of him back, like in the way that Finon and My Day do. You know what I mean? We became close in the end, and he gained so much respect for us and us for him as well, you know? So it was a really beautiful friendship in the end, and a really beautiful relationship between Stelle and Don Hong and My Day, you know? This is so fun. I wish I could do 20 of these. Some special wall panels will move in a set pattern. Use the... Oh, okay, it's timing. Cool. And then let this pass down here. Right? Let this go this way. And there. Yeah, these are so fun. These are like the little mini games you would get like in a lucky bag when you were a kid. Really fun stuff. You know, like the mazes where you have to guide the ball through the maze? This location's oh, we love a secret passage, don't we?
The secret door is open.
Yeah, we love a secret passage.
Go inside, and you'll see the place where we grew up.
The way Trinian's saying as well, like obviously, like I think it needs to be said, like it's a very heavy situation. What just happened with Trinian, it's incredibly heavy, and she already has like a voice that like is very soft and raspy and kind of like tired, right? But you can definitely tell that this whole situation got to Tribi and Trinian. It's just that they were like, my view is, and my headcanon is, and maybe it's like actually like what you guys think as well, is that they were crying behind closed doors for sure before we got there, and then decided for the sake of like their mission and their purpose or whatever that they were gonna kind of not act as if it didn't hurt them, but act as if like, you know, they were like, this is our duty. And of course they believe in that duty at 100%. Even though, you know, it's so horrible that we didn't have to like put their lives on the line for that anyway. But I definitely think that they were trying to stay strong for everybody else as well, to keep the motivation for the mission. Yeah, it's so interesting seeing people around here, but obviously they can't communicate with us. It's really interesting. I love interesting locks for doors, by the way. It's one of my favorite things. Resident Evil is one of my favorite games of all time, the original Resident Evil. And of course, I still love Resident Evil as a franchise, so I still play the Resident Evil games. I'm so excited for Requiem, for example. But to me, like, it's always like a joy to get to play any... hold on, how do you do this? It's always a joy. This is not right at all. It's always a joy to get to play a game like this, especially like I love the idea that like a instead of like a key to open a door, what if it's like a you have to move around a statue, or you have to put the mannequin pointing in the right direction, or you have to like, you know, activate like the right color painting. Like it's a really cool thing. I always really love when they do that in games, like make it into like something that's like not an actual lock itself. Please do give me a hint of some kind. Where does this go? Oh, there. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't care about using hints, man. I'm not proud. Yeah, that's one thing about this channel I think that people realize over time is that Calvin isn't a proud person when it comes to wanting to be perceived as someone who does video games good, you know? It ain't my thing. I just think like I don't think I'm bad at video games whatsoever. But some games are just like, yeah, like I don't mind you telling me what to do with a puzzle. Where does this go? I knew it. I remember I even said that. No, I didn't. It'd be funny if I did though. So we have this here. Let's try and see where I guess here. Here maybe? No. Maybe here? Like that? Oh, we're so close. Oh, there. Yeah. So at least we got some of it, you know? It's like the whole meta stuff as well, like, and I know like some people, because just think, I played JRPGs like since I was a kid, and like it's one of those things where like I always like would make my characters very efficient as much as possible and all this stuff as well. So people might be like, well, come on, why don't you do this in Honkai Star Rail all the time, make the characters efficient? Because it's one of those things where like I feel like with this game especially, like it's like I think this game gives you a lot of avenues to have fun with the characters. Same with Genshin as well. So I never feel that pressure. And I'm not saying it's a bad pressure to have, because when I played JRPGs, for example, I would always like, use the right characters for the right moment. One of the greatest examples is like, say, like Final Fantasy X. There's a satisfaction about using the right characters for the right situations. And like that's like the same thing with like, say, like this game too. Like I love like, say, using like a character who has the right break effect. I love that aspect. But yeah, it's one of those things where like I never shame anyone for doing the meta stuff in Honkai Star Rail or Genshin, but it's just something that like I really enjoy, that they really just let me like play around with some characters, and there's so many characters as well, so many characters. It's not a thing where I'm like, oh, I think I love engaging with like the other JRPGs more, but like also say with this game, it's like, hey, like I like that this game is like, hey, you can just have like some fun characters and just play it kind of like casually, and I get invested in the story and the characters obviously more than the gameplay, so I get to have fun with that, But of course, we'll raise our equilibrium level at some point as well, and do that stuff too. The reason I'm just waiting off on doing that, I do want to do it at some point. The reason I'm waiting off on doing it is because, like, man, sometimes it takes effort to like it doesn't take effort to level up these characters, but it's one of those things where it's going to take time. So I want to make sure I have the time to do so, for sure. But I'll always do it at my own pace.
In a place like this.
And if it doesn't happen for months, no one needs to worry about it. You do not need to worry about it. Let me worry about it whenever I choose to do it.
By the time we were born, the role of the Holy Maiden had already diminished to a mere title. Those in tune with the Titan's guidance are bound to become messengers for others. To maintain appearances, those in authority added some embellishments. And with Mother around, our childhood wasn't entirely without joy.
So their mother made things like a lot easier for them as well, even with like the kind of like the Holy Maiden's roles and okay. I think it's what they're saying here. Like it's like even with like the embellishments that their mother made everything good anyway.
Even so, I still find it hard to imagine.
20 years can go by in no time.
I mean, if you're living for a very long time, it can, right? For sure.
Trinian, for most people, 20 years is a long period
of
time.
It's gigantic.
Right. Becoming a demigod sure changes how one lives.
Yeah, and that
time.
makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
It's hard to believe it's been so long. Your power is exceptional, little Grey. This place looks exactly as before.
Wow, so it's like it reminds them exactly of the place that they were before. That's how powerful Stelle's usage of this power is with Mem, I guess, as well, right?
The room a bit.
I really do like love that perspective though from Trinian to be like, hey, that's not 20 years can go by so fast, and then like find him being like, nope, that does not happen. That's not how life really works. I didn't say it in a rude way whatsoever, the way I said it, but it is like one of the situations where like, anyone who like lives for a long period, like if you live for 200 years, you know, and you're guaranteed to live for 200 years, you're still going to value life, but I feel like, you know, 5 years will feel so different to someone else who feels 5 years, you know? 100%. Oh, is that her mother? Mama, look at this. It kept going wrong, but I finally made the one that works. Is this a music box? Tribios, you're so talented. Now, whenever I'm telling you a story, we can have beautiful music playing in the background. I'm still as talented as you, Mommy. You can take a whole block of red stone and slowly carve it into a crystal clear work of art. Next time I want to make a pair of gloves. That way you won't hurt your hands next time you're polishing rocks, Mommy. Cared so much about her mother, right? Thought so much about her. Silly child, if I was scared of hurting my hands, why would I not just ask the old folks at the temple for a pair of gloves? Honestly, you mustn't fuss over me. Just make sure you eat plenty, practice your reading, and read lots of stories of Amphoreus. Nothing makes Mommy happier than seeing you grow and thrive. Very sweet. I've eaten plenty and I've practiced my reading lots, but the stories, there's lots that I can't read yet. So that's what you're up to. You were making the music boxes slack off so Mommy would read you more stories. Like, oh, it's so sweet. You sneaky thing. Looks like I won't be reading any more stories of Zagreus for a while. Well then, what story shall we read today? The Golden Apple Beauty Contest? The story of King Micus? Gorgo and the Lion? You heard them lots of times, haven't you? I don't mind. I'll never get sick of them as long as you're reading to me, Mommy. This is adorable. This is so sweet. Yeah, like, you can see, like, the relationship the Tribios have with their mother. Like, this was their god. I don't mean that in a way that, like, I don't mean to be like, oh, that's, like, their deity, you know? I mean in the sense of just, like, you know, the way that, like, people in this world, you know, look towards very, like, fantastical things and worship, like, these incredible deities, and not worship, but you know what I mean, like, follow prophecies and the stories of the Titans and the core flames and demigods and all this stuff as well. Like, when you really boil it down to it, like, it's like Tribios, you know, the person that they followed before all this happened in their lives was their gentle mother, you know? It was just a sweet kindness that their mother gave them, which I think is, like, a really beautiful thing. It really is. Because I think that happens, it's a lot in this game too that I really like about Amphoreus is that, like, they have, like, this very, like, big emphasis on the prophecy, demigods, power, core flames, but then they also, like, will have such a real feeling to the world too, and contrast that by being like, you know, Finan and Maide got through this world together with Casterus as well, just on the basis of, like, who they are as people, you know, their emotions, their feelings for each other, all this stuff, you know. It's really, and even, like, you know, you can say Aglaya is one of the most, like, has such a presence about her, and she's so incredible. But, like, that relationship that she has with Tribi as well, like, you can see that they've done a lot for each other throughout the years too. There's these very, like, big, gigantic things, like, I guess I say core flames, flame reavers, you know, titans, gods, prophecies. But at the base of every single story here, there's, you know, very grounded, real emotions and relationships, you know?
The shelf is packed full, but all I see are annals of geography for various cities. There are also documents about various kinds of Titan worship.
There we go. We just talked about worship, right?
Because we believed that we would need to travel great distances to convey Kefali's prophecy to everyone.
Okay.
And should learn about the terrains and customs of various places
Smart.
beforehand.
I mean, if you're traveling to a place, it's good to look up, like, at least a few things, you know? Don't tell me you actually read them all.
Back then, our memories were still sharp. 10 years was enough for us to memorize all these.
Wow, 10 years, though, just spent memorizing all this stuff?
Mother left us these scrolls, too. When we were young, she would read them to us as bedtime stories. Her stories were so engaging that we could vividly imagine all of Amphoreus in our dreams.
That's kind of, if you think of it in that way, too, like, it's so beautiful, the idea of, like, being able to vividly imagine the whole of Amphoreus in her dreams. Can you imagine if, like, as, like, kids, like, you did have that type of, like, bedtime story? I don't think I ever, like, had bedtime stories because I don't think I was ever interested in the idea of bedtime stories. I just wanted, like, you know, because I was in the, you know, DVD moving into, like, that era. So, like, I was probably just like, I just put on Lord of the Rings, please. You know? But, like, can you imagine if, like, you know, your bedtime stories were, like, here's a full history of, like, you know, medieval Europe throughout the years. I wonder if you'd be, like, super, super, like, brainiac going into history. Probably not. Maybe you probably forget a lot of it, you know what I mean? But also, like, an important note here as well, the idea of back then our memories are still sharp. Their memories have gotten less sharp as time has gone on, as we saw that with Trinian, Trinian, who even forgot like a trinket was a bad thing in their world, you know?
Unfortunately, only after Mother was gone did we realize that what was written in the scrolls was far from
so amazing. It was their mother who brought everything to life. It was their mother who made everything beautiful. Such a beautiful way of expressing this. This game has like such a unbelievably gorgeous way of, again, expressing those real emotions. It's like even these stories about history and Amphoreus and like all these worlds, it's still the people that make them interesting. And I feel like it's the same with any place in Amphoreus. It's like, yeah, these places are gorgeous and they have so much history and so much amazing things. But what attracts me to these places as always is, you know, that's where Maide is. That's where Casters is. That's where Tribios and Trinian, you know, that's where they are, you know?
There's a blackboard here. What's that drawing on?
We saw this before as well, right?
That doesn't ring a bell. It should be something we invented during those 10
Is that their
years.
rocket? Those 10 years? When they were doing studying?
It has been approximately 10 years between Kefali's prophecy and this moment when we are about to set out. We were raised in this temple complex and had never stepped outside the gate of infinity. To understand the outside world, we spent much of our time acquiring knowledge and developing a few inventions along the way.
Okay. So, honestly, it sounds like they were, like, efficient as heck, but doing it out of the love of, like, this, like, quest for knowledge and understanding that they clearly got from their mother. Yeah, and I think it goes to show that, like, you can get, like, a lot of influence, obviously, from your parents, right? And sometimes you break from the influence, sometimes the influence can be bad, sometimes you, like, learn some good stuff, bad stuff. But it's very clear that their inquisitive nature and their quest for knowledge and their thirst for acquiring knowledge and developing things definitely came from their mother feeding that hunger. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with any parents. Like, you know, if your kid takes an interest in music and you try to quench that love, they probably will eventually, like, you know, find their way back to music, but, like, it's going to be a way longer journey maybe to get to that thing. And they might just do it in a way just to, like, spite your hatred of that or that, you know what I mean? Whereas if you, like, kind of, like, feed that love for music, like, you're gonna have a kid that, like, by the time they are, like, 16 and join a band, they'll have all this, like, you know, knowledge about everything. Because again, it's one of those things, like, especially as a kid, like, you pick up on, like, so much, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be one of those things where, like, you know, as a kid you're playing guitar and it's like, yeah, I've learned a few chords. Oh, I learned some stuff about classical music. I learned some stuff about, like, pop music, some, you know, all this stuff, and you get, like, really, like, a lot of knowledge in that sense.
Sadly, the inventions served no purpose except to deliver letters.
It's good though.
And the knowledge we gained has all faded away by
Is
now.
that literally just because of the reverse aging that's why that's happening? Because that's really, really sad. That is really, really sad. To have, like, such a thirst for knowledge and that knowledge, like, fading away over time. Because we saw what happened with Trinian, right? We saw what happened with her. It was depressing. It was so sad. It was so sad.
So many boxes here.
I think it makes it more sad even, like, saying, like, you know, having someone that, like, loved these three children who loved knowledge. They had curiosity to the max.
These should be our belongings. What's this?
Is that the same thing that was just given to Trinian?
A red glass fragment?
I've seen this type of glass before. It looks like a specialty from your hometown.
We were still very young the first time we saw it. Mother came back with a beautiful glass piece, but her face was streaked with tears. She simply placed it on the table.
Oh, I wonder if this is why it was a bad memory.
It looked so sparkly that we couldn't resist playing with it, but we ended up breaking it by accident. Mother didn't get angry. She simply held us quietly for a long time.
This is so, like, heartbreaking to me because, like, it's like we couldn't resist playing with it, but we ended up breaking it by accident. This is such a kid thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, you see, like, this sparkly thing and you go, what is that? And they probably were questioning, should we play with it, and then they played with it, and then they broke it. And see, obviously this thing has an association with a memory of their mother crying then, right? Her getting upset, you know?
It wasn't until we were older that we learned in Janusopolis. If someone gloriously died for destiny, the Holy Maiden must pick a piece of glass from the volcano's quarry and polish it. Then give it to the deceased's family.
So I'm guessing that someone in her family died?
On the day Mother returned with the glass, her friend lost his life on the battlefield. Since he had no family left, Mother had to keep it herself.
That's really heartbreaking, because then you're like, it's like the idea that like this has to live on with you, but also like there's no one to remember outside of yourself. Like that's a family member to remember your friend, you know?
Later, on the eve of the ritual, Mother also gave us a beautiful piece of glass.
Why is that? To signify someone else died as well?
Let's move on to the bedroom.
Sure, 100%. This is very, 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 very somber in a way. Like it's a very detailed situation where like they're just letting us take our time and like explore this world. It's this is where that we have that cutscene with Tribi. It's a crazy moment.
It's Tribios.
Anytime I see they're so small, you know what I mean? And they break my heart. And when they're lying down, they look even tinier. You know what I mean? Like it's so.
Just as expected. It's time to get going after all.
It's time to get going?
Mama, are you going to that ritual tomorrow?
Like, look at this. They just deserve to be a kid. That's what they should have been.
That's right, my sweet girl. What's the matter?
I wish I could go too. I have something to ask Janus.
Like, this breaks my freaking heart, man. It breaks my freaking heart.
Oh. What do you want to ask?
I want to know how to chase the black tide away.
Aww. And this, especially as a kid, this would be on your mind all the time, right?
I see. Unfortunately, it's a secret ritual, and only I can preside over it.
And this is, again, so childlike. It's like, you know, like when you're a kid, it's like we've seen this all the time. If you ever have like a little cousin and they hear about like some sort of like worldwide tragedy or something, or like they hear about like the famine for the first time in Ireland or something, and they go, and their first response, like they won't say anything for like hours, and they go, I want to know how to prevent the famine forever so I can grow up and prevent any famines from happening. You know, that's such a childlike thing to think, you know. It's like they hear about something that happens and they're like, I want to stop that. You know what I mean?
If you want me to consult the Titan on your behalf, you'll have to promise me something.
What is it?
Be a good girl and go to sleep now.
Aww.
And whatever you dream of, don't be afraid.
It seems like even though that she was doing training, her mother was still trying to like treat Tribios as like a kid as much as possible, and every time she just, you know, she was becoming too deep into this kind of like, you know, the black tides and any like drama happening around them, her mother like continually just like, hey, don't worry about this right now. Please just relax. Do your training, do your studies, all this stuff too, you know?
Just sleep through the night until morning comes. Until the next time Aquila opens their eyes. Can you do that for me?
It seems like she was prepping her for something here though, right? 100%.
That's it? Of course I can. Tribios is the most amazing holy maiden of
Aww.
Janus. Well, little holy maiden.
Yeah, you're a little holy maiden.
But why, Mama?
It seems like her mother's like is well aware of something about to happen, right?
Because this ritual might take a long time.
How long?
Tomorrow, my sweet child. I'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next tomorrow. If not, the tomorrow after that. But if I still haven't returned for a very long time, that means the ritual has succeeded. It means I found a way to chase away the black tide and reach the new world on the other side. But for various reasons, I can't return to bring my sweet girl with me. But I'll be waiting for you there. As long as you stay brave and kind, we'll meet again in that new world.
This has to be so confusing, partially beautiful to hear as a kid, right? Where it's like, you still have this hope of like, oh, we're gonna meet again, right? But like, you don't understand every aspect of it fully, you know? But it has to be like really, really confusing and hard to understand.
It's the end of the west wind, the black tide's other shore. A radiant sea of flowers, blessed and protected by the gods.
So this is like the new world?
In the rosy horizon, you'll see a silver white shoal. It marks the end of your voyage. The haven, free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. That is where I'll be, waiting for you.
It's like this really beautiful image of like hope, right? And I really feel like her mother is like really like, again, there is like those confusing aspects, those things like I won't be able to come back and get you for a while and all this stuff too. But there's like always like ending it with hope and giving her daughter hope, you know?
Wow, that sounds just like the island from my dream. Oh, I know. I'll turn the moon into a ship and the stars into sails to go fight Mama. Pinky promise?
This again, they're writing this kid like so well. This is like how kids just talk. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I have to go to work today. Well, Mom, don't worry. I'm gonna get a pirate ship and break you out of there. You know, like it's so true.
Pinky promise.
I do also love the idea of like this haven, this world, this beautiful place. You know, Vinland, for example, is an example of that, where like it's like this unreachable, but like it's always in the distance type of world. I haven't read the Vinland Saga manga, so it's not me spoiling anything by saying like, oh, it's unreachable. I just mean in terms of like spiritually, like it's unreachable in the short term. But it's like this thing of like, you know, this haven, this world that people can dream of, and it keeps people going, right? It keeps people on their toes. And we have those in our world. Saturday is that thing, even though I know it's not the same thing, but like, or like our holidays or the summer, you know, if you're in school, it's the summer. This distant thing that feels like it's a million miles away, you know, but you're always looking towards, you know?
As long as you sail toward tomorrow, as long as the sun will rise for the next day.
That's the thing, she's saying keep going, just keep going.
Our wishes will come true together.
If the final murmurs of the Titan are true, if such a place really exists on the shore beyond the black tide at the end of Genesis...
So is this the Genesis prophecy?
Then our promise still stands. Please, wait for me, Mother.
Maybe it's like symbolic, the idea of like once the black tide is gone and the Titans have their core, you know, the core flames obtained, that's like this new world that they'll be able to, because there's the idea of like, you know, Genesis, right? Creation, something new, the new world, you know? We'll see though.
After those 10 years of darkness, when Aquila opened their eyes for the last time, we finally set off.
And that's when they went on their journey?
Where did she go?
And as always, guys, you can fill in the gaps of stuff that I don't really like fully understand. But I assume that this is still talking about like the prophecy of Genesis, right? The idea of like what, like this new world, this peaceful place, this, you know, the silver shores, free of the black tide, and with the new demigods in power and things like this.
This way. Now, we'll go through this shelf.
Oh yeah?
But how? With Janus's power?
You're making a gate? Can the power of passages even go through walls?
No, we hadn't acquired
True.
their power back then.
True.
So this obstacle, it was simply a mirage?
Yes, the answer is right on the shelf. Go ahead and give it a try.
Sure. Is it like a pullable book? I love that. Scooby-Doo style. Oh, sorry, Scoob.
It's a sacred passage.
It was a secret passage prepared by the Holy Maiden's supporters for Mother and me as a precaution.
That makes sense.
And now, it is turned into our passage to escape, just as anticipated.
Get out of there as soon as possible. Something goes wrong, I'd assume, right? For sure. And if you place such a high value in some... And here's the thing, it's like being so, like, beloved by so many people also can sometimes put a target on your back as well. Like, if you're that important to be loved, you're probably that important to be hated as well, you know, in some cases, you know? There's always gonna be haters. What's that thing of, like, Jesus Christ stood before us today? People would definitely try to, like, you know, mess with him, you know? I guarantee you people will be like, we gotta dissect him. We gotta dissect Jesus Christ. We have some combat going on here that's about to happen. I don't know how to use Adventurine fully yet, I'll just be completely honest. I think I'm just gonna use him before I use any other character and see how it goes.
The temple was in quite a state. Did someone do it on purpose?
I see a coin of whimsy.
No surprise at all. Some people caught on to what we were planning and tried to intercept us,
Okay.
while others were willing to clear the way for the Holy Maiden.
So there was supporters and, you know, descenders, which makes perfect sense.
I can't move it. I can't cling over it either. Time Titan? Is that you?
Just
So we're like
this.
completing this for Tribi, like in our world. We're like, I guess it is replicating the memories.
Regardless of our actions, the past will remain unchanged.
Ah,
It was someone else who helped Tribios in the actual events of history.
that's so interesting to me. The idea, no matter what, someone would be here. And I love that aspect about time travel and stuff. The idea that someone
We don't
has to be here.
remember the details. As for why memory recreated the past to be like this, it must be because it's closer to the answer within our heart.
The passage is now cleared.
We have to do the same thing. Yeah, so as I said, we're gonna fight some enemies up here. Oh, look how it changes to the black tide soldiers instead. That's so freaking cool. Again, I don't know how to use Adventurine like fully efficiently yet, but I will. We might as well try him out at least once, right? 100%. Let's try him out. Let's try him out.
The punch is
So we start with a shield, which is really, really cool. Let's go here.
Relax.
So just doing single target damage here.
I hit the mark.
So defense here, it gives us
It's
more
all
of a
me.
shield, right? I'm guessing we... Hold on a second here. Here we go. Okay, let's just look. Let's just look at this right now. Basic attack deals imaginary damage equal to 80% of Adventurine's defense. So we want to get more defense for sure. Skill. Provides all allies with a fortified wager shield that can block damage equal to 20% of Adventurine's defense, plus 248. So our defense needs to get higher, I'd say, for sure. Lasting for 3 turns. When fortified wager gains repeatedly, the shield effect can stack up to 200%. Current shield effect provided by skill. So we can stack it? Okay. So when fortified wager seems like the thing that's on our menu there, right? Ultimate. Randomly gain 1 to 7 points of blind bet, then inflicts unnerved on a designated enemy target for 3 turns, and deals imaginary damage equal to 260% of Adventurine's defense to the enemy target. When an ally hits an unnerved enemy target, the crit damage is increased by 12%. It's really cool. Our talent is for any single ally with fortified wager, their effect resistance increased by 37.5%, and when they get attacked, Adventurine gains 1 point of blind bet. When Adventurine has a fortified wager, he can resist crowd control debuffs. This effect can trigger again after 2 turns. Adventurine additionally gains 1 point of blind bet after getting attacked. Upon reaching 7 points of blind bet, Adventurine consumes 7 points to launch a 7-hit follow-up attack. So we get okay, so we need to get 7 blind bets to do a follow-up attack. Dealing the imaginary damage to 18% of... Okay, very cool. So the ultimate gives us blind bet too. So we can... there's a chance to get a follow-up attack from our ultimate. And then our technique is after using technique of one of the following effects is granted. There is a chance the defense increases 24%. There's a high chance defense increases 30% or 60%. Okay, that's cool. So let's use this, I guess.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe
I've seen this
I'll
before,
take
by the
it
way,
all.
but we should
Stand
definitely
still.
take off the speed there for a second too. So he gains 6 out of 7 blind bet there.
Relax.
Yeah, this is, probably not the best roll for testing.
Watch your head.
We got 10 now. That's the follow-up attack. Really cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's cool. He's already kind of cool as well. 100%. I think that like having a follow-up attack, he might be actually good in my other follow-up teams as well, actually, with the team with Moze and March, right? I think it'd be really fun to have him in that team as well. But I wonder, would that be a bad thing? Would that like reduce the need for Moze in that team? Or would it just be one of those things where you can just have a good synergy with them in a way?
Decide.
I wonder.
Step out of it.
Stand still.
Build up our
on
defense.
me.
Yeah, we definitely need more defense for sure, right? It's just, again, it's one of those things where I got what relics I got, you know what I mean? I tried my best to build defense. I think
What
I'm
are you
probably
waiting for?
halfway to the point
To
where I
betray
need
my
like to
customers?
get good
I
defense for
charge extra.
Adventurine.
Stand still.
Yeah. I mean, like, we're not going to test really well. A boss will really be a great test as well,
As if
at some point.
victory were ever in doubt.
So we have to activate this, it seems. We can do this. Can this move? Okay. For some reason, this works like this, though? Yeah, I wonder why I guess it's just... Oh, because if we change it back to the other world, that they're not going to be there then. No, this... I don't know. Who knows? Life. Life, I tell you. And we can go back down here like this. Oh, wrong button. I accidentally just went into the banner there. Luckily, I literally did not... Like, I backed out as soon as possible there. I did not see a thing. Yeah, it's just it's the wheel stuff, man. It can it's literally like I tried to run, and instead I went up. You know when you go up and R. I think L1 is run in other games I'm playing. So like I have this thing. I think it's actually run in Trails in the Sky. But luckily I didn't see anything. Luckily, went in for a split second there. Whatever I saw, I have no idea what it was. I have no idea. But yeah, it's gonna happen. That stuff happens. You have to quickly just back out. Like you can't, escape simple mistakes like that happening every once in a while. You just gotta quickly back out. Oh wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, I think that there's actual boxes here, but it's glitched. I think there's actual boxes here. So yeah, I do. I think there's actual boxes there, which is very funny. Very, very funny stuff. Was not expecting that. I think it's just a glitch. It's fine, not a big deal. We can engage the miracle orb here as well. That gives us the stairs over here. But can we walk there? I don't know about that. I mean, you could try. Ain't no harm in trying. Ain't gonna kill us. Yeah, like there's still like a block here. Oh, is my game glitching out a little bit? Or is this normal? Is this the Adventurine being absolutely incredible? I'm gonna pick Sampo, he's gonna fall. Ah! No. Yeah. Do you think my game is glitching a little bit? Do you think if I back out of the game and go back in, it will change? I think the game is glitching a tiny bit. Maybe a tiny bit. Maybe just a tiny bit. You know what I mean? It's just a tiny bit of a glitch. What I might do is, when we get to like a certain point, I might back out because if it's... No?
It's you again. Thank you, nameless god.
Thanking Onyx too. Wait, I should probably pause to see if they're gonna say something else before I do that, right? But I wonder if yeah, I want to back out at some point and just go back into this world because I don't want there to be like a weird thing where there's all of a sudden a glitch in the final part of the video. Like say we're doing a big cutscene or something and there's a glitch in the cutscene. Is that all we have to do here? I think it is, because there's a marker over here. Yeah, so we'll back out as soon as possible and... Oh, look at this. It's always interesting seeing the people worship, right? A silver white statue stands tall and upright. It's hooded and gives the illusion of hiding three faces. Truly fitting for the three titans of fate. Nothing less than the triple presence in even their status. Yeah, like it's so interesting to me seeing these people worship this stuff too. This is a gigantic door. Do you think I should I can't see them glitching a cutscene, but I think I should pause anyway to see if this is... We can fix the glitch for a second. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll pause and come back. Do you want to check with me? Will we check if the glitch is fixed? Again, I'm not saying it will be. I want to be clear here as well. Like, glitches don't bother me, but I just think it's funny, right? I think it's a funny thing, right? Oh, it looks like it's changed again. Yeah, see, like it seems like it was a bit of a glitch, right? I think I actually cheated the system a little bit, a tiny bit. Do you think? Yeah. See, like even here, I think this is all. Yeah, look at this. Look, this. I think this is still weirdly glitched, right? Is there something wrong with my... Did the update glitch some things recently? I don't know, maybe I'm just like confused. Like, you're supposed to have to walk through this, right? And then... look, whatever at this stage. You know what I mean? Oh wait, we can change... Let's see here. If we do this... Yeah, it's still cracked. And then we can still walk through the blocks and get the stuff down here as well. Is that just... It's just an illusion, maybe? Maybe it's intentionally an illusion. To stop people from going in here. That could be the case too. Because I want to make clear too, guys, I am not like against glitches. I want to make that clear. And like, not obviously game breaking glitches are different, but like these type of glitches are the things, like if they are glitches, are the things I would go into like my friends on the schoolyard the next day and be like, did you see what you could do in this game? When I found out you could suplex someone outside of the cage in like one of the WWE games, like I didn't go, oh, this game's ruined. I went, oh my god, I gotta tell people about this. This is so fun, you know? Yeah. Whoa. Just absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Just absolutely gorgeous. Seeing all these people here, though, as well, kind of breaks my heart, right?
Whoa. It looked truly magnificent.
It's breathtaking in its scale and its beauty and its color and its vibrancy, right? It's breathtaking.
Relax. Take it easy.
You got this, Tribios.
All these people, they're just civilians, not enemies, correct?
Mostly, but it might not be the case later on.
Oh, wait, some of these people were like the Descenders who were like trying to like, you know, interfere with things? Maybe. Yeah, no, this is an absolutely beautiful place. Like, it's stunning. I know that you guys are in a new world now. I believe is it called Acadia? Is that what it's called? But honestly, like, I'm never gonna doubt anything is gonna be like, you know, Honkai Star Rail is gonna have a beautiful location. So I imagine Arcadia is gorgeous too. I imagine Arcadia is stunning.
Hey, little ones, how did you sneak in here?
Please keep it down. We had to be really sneaky to get in here.
She's like, don't blow the cover.
Okay. But what did you sneak in here for?
I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple.
Ah, Jesus.
I want to meet her.
That's very sweet, isn't it?
I couldn't stop her, so I had to
think of a way to sneak her in. Oh, really? I was here to meet the Holy Maiden as well, but the guard said she had to go somewhere far away today.
So is this, they're talking about Tribios, right? They're saying Holy Maiden, but they don't know it's Tribios?
Huh? What a bummer. Mommy even asked me to bring her gift to the Holy Maiden.
Am I confused about this, or are they talking about her mother?
It's getting late. We couldn't go home now, okay?
Look at Tribios being like, you know, a mother to these kids even.
Okay then. We'll come back next time.
That wave is so adorable.
Thank you. By the way they are dressed, the siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Mother mentioned that when she was a holy maiden, she caught a girl sneaking into the temple to steal the tributes. Stealing from the temple was punishable by death.
Jesus.
But that poor girl had no family and just wanted something to eat.
Yeah.
So Mother took her outside and even gave her some food.
She just sounds like such a gentle soul.
Perhaps these two children are the descendants of that girl from back then.
Maybe. But it always sickens me, that type of stuff, by the way. A whole idea of like a church or a religion or a temple, you know, enacting that type of punishable death upon people. Did you see the run back? Trivia's ran that way and ran back. Yeah, it always just sickens me. And it just shows like a lot of like hypocrisy and like, you know, you can't be this beautiful deity with so much, you know, presence and magnificence, and then also be, oh, look at that with Capelli over there. Oh my god, look at this, in the bridge over there. It's like an aqueduct. Well, I guess it wouldn't be an aqueduct, right? That was Roman stuff, but it's probably just a bridge. Unless, I don't think, I'm trying to remember stuff. I think the Romans invented the aqueduct, right? Am I wrong? I think so. But yeah, I just think that like it's always hypocrisy with, you know, you can't be this beautiful deity that everyone worships and then pretend you care about the people and then execute them. It doesn't work like that. It does not work.
Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer. It's pretty cold out. Let me get you a blanket.
That's very sweet.
No need to trouble yourself. I'm just going for a quick walk.
All right, but please take care of yourself. Your mother made us promise to look after you before she left.
Her mother was constantly thinking of her, right? Constantly.
It's been a while since I last saw you. I just realized you've grown into such a beauty. Just like your mother.
She's a baby. She's such a baby.
Oh, here, have some of my sweet pastries.
Aw.
She used to enjoy them, so maybe you'll like them too.
If an older lady gave me some sweet pastries, I will die for them. I will literally throw myself in front of an army for those pastries.
What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
I'm fine. It tastes really good.
Ooh, a little bit of a somberness to the end of that tone there. I wonder if it is like, you know, thinking about how her mother used to like, how her mother used to engage with the world.
Mother's old friend. When we were little, we sometimes got to eat the sweet pastries she brought back.
So freaking nice.
We've always remembered the familiar taste, and only now do we learn where it came from.
Like that's the source of the pastries. Like we remember the taste, but now we know who made them. And I wonder if it is like with Tribios reacting there to be kind of being like, you know, a bit sad. It's like it's, you know, it probably does remind her a lot of her mother, right? Of course. Oh. Wait, is this? I thought this was gonna be like a conversational thing, but I guess not. Maybe it's just seeing someone else wandering along here. That's interesting, right? Very interesting.
Please
I can't
stay clear.
Dude, I'm just trying to get a good look at the view over here. Yeah, I can't get over how pretty this looks. It's so cool. So cool.
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Janus vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Janus guide your path.
Bit of shakiness to this guy's voice, right?
The Janus vault?
It's where Janus's heart lies and the core flame is kept. Just Enter on the left.
So we're gonna see what the core flame is kept for
It's also the
Janus.
place where Tribios was born.
Oh, okay. This is their birthplace as well. They're taking this very like gently, right? Like they're not. I think it's. I honestly like now. I thought they were gonna do something really high octane, which they still could do something crazy. But I think after the craziness of the last part, they're actually giving us some time to just like settle in with the story a little bit and get immersed in this world, right? For sure. For sure. I have to remember the right running button.
What does that name
I thought it was like Tribios, like Tribios.
The one with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate.
Wow.
She named us thus to express her gratitude.
Like in honor of the 3 titans.
Looking at how things have unfolded, fate might have had a role in it.
That's way different from what I thought. I thought it was like Tribios is like tree bios, like 3 biologicals, you know? Really cool, but it is tri, of course, but yeah. That whisper is always really, really crazy, right? Man, is this where we started on our journey? I think it is. Or maybe it just looks like something similar to where we started, because remember we started, there was like an area like this as well. Such a cool area, honestly. Very, very cool. I'll take that. I think for these enemies, Adventurine and Kafka are gonna rip apart this place.
Step out of it.
If you wanna know something funny, just between us guys,
I hit the mark.
my
Stand
Luca
freely.
had all 4-star relics. I didn't even realize. I don't know why he had 4-star relics. I don't think I even got. Did I get Luca before we got access? I think I got him after we got access to 5-star relics. Right? Maybe I'm wrong.
No dirty tricks, all right.
But him and Jing Liu had 4-star relics on. I didn't realize.
Kill them all.
But I'm changing that. I changed Luca. I'm actually having him trade back and forth with Sushang. So Sushang has, you know, because I don't think we're gonna be using him in the same team for now, at least. So I'm trading back and forth some relics between them, and they're being very, very friendly about it. You know, very kind about it. Quite a whimsy took it out there. Wait. Oh, wait. We can just perform a miracle? Okay.
Finally, the Janus vault is right ahead.
I'm so interested to see this place and see this location. It's a lot more colorful than I thought. But I guess this whole place was pretty vibrant as well, like the murals on the wall, everything's really, really pretty. That's the core flame. That is indeed the core flame.
At long last.
Oh, and then Janus is murmuring as well.
I knew there was some sanity left in you, Janus.
Oh, the emotion in her voice.
Just as I thought. You too have been confined.
So she's saying that, like, so obviously they were thinking that maybe the Passage Titan had gone, and one of the Titans that maybe left them and betrayed them in some way or went against them. But she said there's something left in you, like some sanity. Bury yourself. Step forth and you shall bury yourself. Bury the gods and bury the fate that binds us all.
No, Janus. I've come here to take on your fate.
Just like the same way, the same phrasing that Maidamos had about Nicodor, right? She's gonna take the core flame.
By the blood of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand. I am Tribios, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of the prophecy. I The Holy Maiden of Yanusopolis, the Walker of the Infinite Paths, have come forth to assume your duty.
Very grand, isn't it? Very grand speech here as well. The one who guides the world shall see their souls shattered into 1,000 fragments, akin to glass crashing upon the ground. Wait. Is this saying eventually you will, like, be destroyed?
Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one, with 1,000 selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely.
Is this where they got separated, right, into the 3 different forms? Thou shalt, though thou bearest the core flame, thou shalt be far from glory and divinity. Passages are forever associated with dirt, and even a mere mortal's blade can imperil thy very existence. So it's saying you're not going to be like this grand god. These passages will probably hurt you over time still, and we know they will. We've seen what the passages have done to them, and you can still be killed by a sword.
No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. But my feet are destined to embark on a journey for the benefit of all.
And they had this idea in their head as well, like from when they were even talking to their mother when they were a baby. But like what's so interesting to me about this with the idea of like, you know, my feet are destined to embark on a journey for a benefit of all. I feel like this is the same way that like Trinian, and Tribi talk about this stuff now. Even when at the funeral for their sister, they were still talking about the idea of like, this is the path we walk on. This is our fate. This is what we chose. We want to do this, you know? They really are self-sacrificing for the world. Yet the flame chase journey is a journey of constant loss, among which even life itself holds little value. It's so interesting after the stuff that just happened with Midamos as well, right? It's so interesting about the stuff that just happened with Trinian. While you wouldn't, I'm not saying Midamos lost, but there is like a loss of like companionship, right? He's there alone on the throne fighting against these enemies. It's kind of like you know, what Galadriel says, which is like to bear the ring is to be alone. You know what I mean? That's what it is. To have this power while you have people that love you and people that care about you. That fear of loss, that journey you're going to go on is an individual journey that you know yourself alone. While they can relate to you and think and stuff with like the core flames, and I have a core flame, you have a core flame. Everyone's core flame is different. Everyone's power is different. And I really feel like it is like a very lonely journey at the same time too, right? Time decays the heart, the passages shatter the body. The scales weigh the separation until the end draws near. So this, to me, again, sounds like the reverse aging stuff as well. It's like eventually you're hurtling towards an end. And like no matter what, there's an end in sight.
Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me.
Let the prophecy shatter me. The phrasing here.
That I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world.
Like literally, it's a self-sacrifice, right? It's shattering herself so that the world can be protected, so that there's a future for this world. Overthrow the gods, return the core. Oh, there's a look at this. We've seen this before as well. Inherit divine authority, forge godly miracles. Go kill, go mourn. Kill my kin, mourn our fate. Ferry the spirits of the gods, nourish the land with divine essence. Yet thou shalt remember, thou must remember. These symbols are always so crazy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Only one shall live in the end, and they will witness the era nova. Now, here's the thing, guys. I've talked about this before. Do you think that there's going to be one demigod in the end, or it's going to be one Tribi in the end? I think it's one Tribi, because no one corrected me when I said that before, so I'm assuming that's what it is. It's only one of the 3 of the Tribios that's going to be able to witness the Era Nova in the end. So that means there is a chance that Trinian is probably going to die as well, if that's what they're saying in terms of the prophecy. It could be talking about everyone in the, like all the Chrysoseers as well. But yeah, I'm going to take a picture of this, first of all. Just so we have it. Such is destiny.
I understand.
Whoa! What the hell? This is Tribios? Wait a second. No, this was Tribios before they reversed age, right? Oh my god. This gorgeous music, by the way. And the reason why we saw them still as like a little baby is because Trinian, said that they don't have full memories of what they look like, so they can only make themselves look the way that they could remember. So they don't remember they look like this. This music's gorgeous, by the way. Holy hell, this music's gorgeous.
Thank you. Now, may you rest well.
The tears flowing down here as well. I didn't expect to see this at all. This music is stunning. Oh. I think this isn't just the mourning of Titans. I think this is also the memory of her mother. I think it's the changing of her life. The fact that, like, you know, she's very happy to make this self-sacrifice for the world, but it's also a self-sacrifice. It also is hurtling towards an end, you know? Oh my god. Jesus, man. I almost hate when voice actors are really good at doing crying voice acting, because, like, it always hits so hard. It makes you feel so bad. Yep.
Mother, did you see that?
Oh, and again, of course, because her mothers are everything. It's the person who's inspired her.
I have assumed my duty.
Oh my god.
I'm ready to set out.
Like, her mother, like, making her mother proud. And here's the thing, it's not like her mother put the pressure on her to please her. She loved her so much. But so much of her life was carved and created and inspired by her mother, right?
We will step over the gods' corpses.
Jesus.
And wander among humanity.
Again, the voice actor's so fantastic. This is legit, like, the idea of, like, we're ending the Titans, right? Taking their core flames.
And thus, we shall sweep apart Amphoreus' pitch-dark fog.
Oh, the black tide?
May we... May the world... follow the myriad paths trodden, and reunite at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
This is the world that her mother talks about as well, right? These silver shores, where they can reunite in the end. What a heartbreaking thing for anyone to have to do, right? But it's all in the end this goal to. I think it is a power to reunite with her mother. I think it's to find this place for everyone in this world where they can be at peace. It's incredibly sad, but incredibly beautiful as well. And this is why I talk about this type of story. How much that talk about the Silver Shores really inspired her in such a way.
I shall see you tomorrow.
Oh, what the hell! I literally got. You know when you feel like how do I describe it? You know when like a cold air comes over you and chills hit you and then like your heart starts like feels like it stops for a second? I literally felt it when I saw this line. Oh my god. That's what this means? This is the true meaning behind this phrasing? I shall see you tomorrow? That's what, oh my freaking god. I was gonna say Genshin Honkai. I can only describe how I physically feel right now. I'm chilled all over my body. When Trinian said I'll see you tomorrow, she legitimately meant I will see you on those silver shores when we reunite with our mother. That's the way I'm seeing it anyway. We'll reunite where the flowers bloom in spring. She said see you tomorrow because that's where we're going to reunite. Jesus, she's had such a freaking tough life, like. Absolutely freaking brutal, man.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender.
Dude, it's not even the time. Like, it's one of those times where, like, I don't know, like, where it doesn't, how do I describe it? It's like, I don't feel like, I'm not numb. I'm feeling all these different things, but that one moment of like, talking, you know, the idea of, like, the see you tomorrow, like, to equate it to, like, a real life situation, have you ever had, like, a pin drop or something, you know, like, figuratively, or, like, you know, when, like, you find out something bad has happened to someone, you know, or something like that, and, like, it sends just a chill. I know it's not as that bad because, you know, people say comments again, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm saying, like, I'm trying to equate, like, that chill, you know, like that quick chill that comes over your body where everything then, it's like a chill, then everything feels hot, and then, like, you can feel your heart, you're aware of your heart. Because it ties together that whole scene even more now from before. It really does.
I knew this would come.
Tribios' voice actor, fantastic, you know.
It's opening up. Move aside and get ready.
Are we gonna have to fight them? Face the whole city's guards together with hell yeah. I 100% will. Oh, before we do anything, guys, I know it's probably gonna break the momentum, but I think we have to, right? Someone crying here? Great maiden, what prophecy have fate to Titans shown you regarding the fate of the Bulsa city? The prophecy was spoken thusly. Though I've never met the gaze of 1,000 eyes, I will fight against the blades of 10,000 enemies. The gentle breeze shall be devoured by roaring waves. The foolish king spend all his riches only to purchase a life as a drifter, after his nation is conquered. Is that all? That is all the Titans said. I want to take a picture of this as well. What kind of joke is that? The King of Bulls has traveled a long way for the prophecy on how to save his hometown, and you're saying you want to send him off with no hope? What? She can't give you a false prophecy, buddy. Sir Acolyte, you're just concerned with the King of Bulsa will take back a large amount of money, but yes, exactly. Holy Maiden, watch your tongue. This is the holy land of core flame of Janus, not Zagreus, den of thieves. Man, they did not respect the Titans, like, maidens at all, did they? There's no need for such outrage. I have long since lost the so-called prophetic rights of the Holy Maiden. According to our agreement, I'm solely responsible for listening to the world of the Titans. I've never overly pried into how it is you manipulate these prophecies. However, on the basis of our decades-long friendship, I must give you a word of warning. Do not give people false hope under the guise of prophecy, otherwise fate will place responsibility for the city's destruction on your head. This is her saying that, like, if you give people false hope, make people feel good about the world they're in, even when stuff is bad, you will end up getting them hurt. People need to be prepared for things that are coming. You know what I mean? If you say, like, oh, don't worry about everything, the world will be safe, it's all gonna be safe, then when a battle comes, they're not gonna be prepared. I always think there's something to be said about, like, mediums giving people false hope as well, you know? If you do not wish to be torn to shreds by countless mourning dead when you cross the river of souls, I would implore you to act with caution. She's saying you will be punished. I understand what you're saying. Mortis. However, the Temple of the Three Fates cannot spread despair. You know what I must act for the sake of Yanopolis. Although the fact that you consider our former friendship, I must admit I am surprised. Work on the secret tunnel that I promised you is almost complete. If they attack soon, you'll be able to escape with your children. I will cover you from the shadows. It's just that it must be soon. As you know, I'm not a young man anymore. I can barely already see Thanatos' shadow before me, so he says he's about to die as well. May Janus guide your path, Codex. Do not give people false hope under the guise of the prophecy. Perhaps there's something that would be beyond even me. I think that's what I'm getting from this. First of all, they're talking about the protection of them. If someone's going to attack then the Holy Maiden's going to have protection in some way from that passageway that they have in the back of the room. But also, like, I think the idea of not giving people false hope, yes, it is in front of the gods, in front of the titans, but also at the same time, too, I think it is one of those situations where, like, you will lead your people to despair if you give them false hope. 100%. Should we activate some stuff?
Feeling lucky.
Right? I think the only thing we do after that is impair, right? Well, I have a feeling these enemies are gonna... If we are attacking them, if this is a fight.
What's happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame?
Oh, you don't even know.
Look at what she's holding, you buffoon. She is the thief.
Watch your tongue.
Take your positions and ready your arms. We're taking back the core flame.
Bring it on.
Oh my god. The voice actor for Tribios is fantastic, for older Tribios. She's amazing.
Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly.
Oh.
Pierce me in the chest.
Even the little inflection there, at least do it properly.
What are you scheming?
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion and rise through the ranks,
Oh my god.
I'm right here. You all know who I am. Go ahead. However, if there's still any loyalty within you, step aside for the Holy Maiden.
Oh my god, she's saying I am the Holy Maiden. You forget this. You should remember this.
Otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's Codex, anyone who dares to harm the Holy Maiden shall face execution.
Wow.
Captain, what should we do?
She's citing actual laws, right? Like, what can you do at this stage? She's citing legitimate laws in the Holy City.
Do it. Kill her.
You're going against actual legitimate laws.
If any of you want to get rich, then come with me. Take this traitor's head and wealth will
That's
be
all our
ours.
wealth. It's all the wealth. Everyone's very self-interested, right?
We can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's move,
Oh,
partner.
fine on. I love fine on jumping in right away. Grand stuff.
The punches decide.
Grand stuff. So, let's do this first of all.
Dice have been cast.
Roulette shark.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
You can take me. You can have me.
Relax.
Have me, no problem, you know?
Snap out of it.
Jeez, guys, I don't know what came over me there saying take
Stand
all of me. I don't know what came over me. I was supposed to say something
Next.
way worse. I feel like I let you guys down by not saying something a little bit worse.
The customer is
You know?
king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my
Yeah, we saw
while.
the animation again, which is really, really cool. Oh, it's only one enemy? Okay. Let's build up defense
It's on
again.
me. More business,
So
eh?
the defense actually like is something we haven't used since we like kind of used March, but I actually am kind of happy to like have a different strategy here as well, you know, which is really cool. Lots will be using other teams as well, of course. But yeah, 100%.
How's that possible? Could the Titan actually be on her side?
Yeah.
That woman is the traitor.
I should go.
Yeah, probably get out of there as soon as possible.
Let's keep up.
Path is opening up for me.
Even the Black Tide?
Oh, Janus.
Like the Black Tide disappeared? Or maybe purified?
You'll die for defiling the core flame.
I think you guys are gonna die for defiling the core flame.
Stand still.
I know you are, but what am I?
It's on me.
Yeah, I can see how the defense would like work in our favor very, very much so, right? As you can see even there, like the defense is really good. It's almost like healing amongst itself, right? For sure.
Watch your head.
Stand still.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
Good times never
Of course, you have to
last.
see how it works in like a
Time to
boss
say
battle as well.
bye.
Which, of course, I'm excited.
Boom.
I'm definitely excited.
The punch
I think Adventurine is going to make like a lot of teams very fresh. I think you guys would agree. He's going to make some like a lot of things feel very fresh.
Or maybe
for
I'll
sure.
take it off. Where's the applause? Let's see some sparks.
I can't believe Luca only needed 4-star relics for a while. He's probably way better now because I always felt like he was like a little bit like, I know he's not like some epic damage dealer, but I always felt like he was very like sluggish, you know. But I was like, I loved him so much that I kept using him, you know. So now I'm like, oh, he actually does do like more damage than I thought.
Sure, I'll play along.
Look at the way Adventurine is even standing. This is so cute. I think we should keep doing defense with Adventurine, right? As much as possible.
Not bad.
All in.
That follow-up attack is great.
Small fry. Step out of it.
Really great stuff.
You little thief! You're not
As
getting
if
away!
victory were ever in doubt.
Literally seeing her run away from these guys is a crazy thing to see, right? Because we're seeing an actual visual of her running away, like rather than just like, you know, and seeing the enemies chase after her. It's also so interesting as well, like seeing like what we see as her form versus what her actual form actually was. You know, it's super interesting. I think you've done like a really great job with this.
It's on me.
Nice little bounce as well. Yeah. No, I think it's all already has been presented really well. They've taken their time. They haven't gotten too fast paced. Not that fast paced is bad, but I think after what we just saw, like taking our time for the first like, you know, hour or so of this was like a really great idea, honestly.
Where's the applause? Let's
It was
see
a
some
really
sparks
great idea.
fly.
You see what I mean? I feel like my Luca's doing like more damage, like slightly. You know what I mean?
decide.
And now he no longer feels kind of like a bit sluggish.
Relax. Good times, never time to say bye.
Boomzola. Yeah, this team's awesome. I like this team a lot. Yeah, and the voice actors, as I said, for Tribios really sold those scenes so well. Hard not to feel like really heavily emotional during those moments.
Well guarded. What do I do?
Do you want us to fight these guys?
Inside.
She's going inside here? It's so heavily guarded. She's so correct. It's insane. Left a safe zone?
There are guards here too. Don't alert
This is where we
them.
started. I think this is legit where we started our playthrough, right? Form a miracle. So you just somehow if we want to get this chest, you just somehow maneuver things around to get this chest. Let me get rid of a few enemies and we'll see if we can get this chest, because it looks like a really nice chest.
Step out of it.
I know I didn't go for the guy who had a weakness. Same thing.
Stand free.
Who knows?
We're just having fun. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Just absolutely destroyed them. I do like that you can sometimes only get like one random.
What are you waiting for?
You might only get one. Like it's an actual gamble to get the 1 to 7. Sometimes you get even 10. Like it's really fun. Well, you know you can obtain 10 if you already had 3 and you get 7. That's what I'm saying. Like really cool. Yeah, let's get rid of some of the enemies to see what we can do here. I'm not actually sure what we can do here actually at all. I'm guessing we have to go into the past. Somehow here. Maybe not there? Maybe over here? Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, we have to maneuver around anyway, right? Well, no, we can just go straight to the door. I'm not sure how this works, but we can come back here, right? For sure. Yeah, we can come back here. Yeah, I'm not going to rack my brain when we're like in the middle of an important scene. You know what I mean? I think I don't want to derail it too much. For sure. Here? Oh, we're on the other side?
Long last.
Oh, we have to follow her in here? Yeah. This is where we started. This is legit where we started our whole thing, right? Because remember coming out here and then we... Oh, look at that.
feeling lucky.
A creature of the Holy City Guards, but I'm already so
That's
close.
crazy enemy. We can help, right?
This should be the last fight. We have to help her get through.
So, like, logically, if we're helping her get through now, does that mean that someone else helped her get through in the past too?
But I don't get it. This has been puzzling me for a while now.
What is it?
Who has been aiding?
That's what I'm saying.
Tribios in
With
our state?
someone's aiding her as well. Yeah, I've been curious about it too.
Well, history might be blurred by memories. Seeing how the whole city is hunting her down, she clearly had no allies. If she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Were we too? But how does that? Sorry, but yeah, it's like no one was here. I agree with that. No one was here to help her, but
Tribios had been on her own since she entered the vault.
But
what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end of this
okay,
memory.
confusing. But of course, we will definitely get an answer, right?
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now. Let's do this, everyone.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting that like we brought up that question because I think that's not.
Just getting started.
It's not crazy that we brought up that whole idea of like, wait, who's helping her now?
Out of it.
Because they made sure to make it a point of like that, like to talk about that in the past, and then like this game is written so well that like when I brought that up, like, and then they said it like almost right afterwards, like it makes sense.
See some sparks
you know,
fly.
the game knows what questions you'll be asking.
Stand still.
The game knows what you're thinking of right now, because again, it knows how to direct the player into like, in my opinion, it knows how to direct the player into like certain thoughtful situations. In my opinion, anyway. That's just my take, anyway.
Hedge your bets. Spend freely. We're just having fun.
This is such a crazy team, by the way. If you really think about it, like if you boil it down to the characters,
God.
Luca, Adventurine, Kafka, Sampo. Like it actually, the only two people I can actually see hanging out here. Actually, no, I lie. I don't think anyone here would hang out with Sampo. No offense to Sampo, but I do think that Kafka would hang out with Luca. Right, I think she would see something in Luca that could be nurtured, and he would make a good Stellar Hunter. I think that also Adventurine would find Luca very amusing and kind of cute. I think that Adventurine and Kafka would just have like a legitimately good time together. I don't care what it says. I think they would like almost instantly like have like a great time together.
Stand still.
More business, eh?
That's my take anyway. I think they do a lot of talking like this. Oh, you talk like this too? I talk like that.
The punches
Wow, I
decide.
knew we had something in common. Oh yeah? Did you see did you see what's the TV show people watch nowadays? Did you see Rugrats? I don't know.
Finally, beyond this gate awaits a boundless world.
Desperately trying to get out of here, right?
This is where my journey begins. God of passages, can you see me? I will complete the path that you started. No response.
They're gone, right? They're ceased.
Janus, may you have a good dream.
I'm definitely gonna need like some of your guys' help to decipher stuff if I get stuff wrong 100%. Because I feel there's a lot of like mysterious stuff going on, right?
I can't stay here much
Music
longer.
gorgeous again.
It's time to leave.
This music is stunning.
Well, looks like this is the end of the
Like there's a
memory.
hopefulness to the memory, but there's also like a sadness too.
Not yet.
Trina knows there's a bit more left.
The question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
Whoa, my god, this is stunning. This is, and I mean this as a compliment. This is early 2000s, late 90s JRPG cover art. This is the thing that becomes instantly iconic and fills your childhood with the sense of joy when you look at it on your shelf. This is gorgeous art. Holy hell.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame-chased journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own.
Look at her gripping onto the thing as well. The core flame.
Would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and start her journey?
I think so.
I think the answer is already within
Wait,
you. And you've made your own decision.
Wait, is she turning around to talk to us?
What?
Yeah, what the hell?
You can...
Could you hear this whole time?
Not really.
Oh no.
She can neither see nor hear us.
Can she just like feel us?
Yet she knew that one day someone would return to unveil this covered memory.
She's incredible. She's just talking to the air because she knew at some point someone would ask the questions of why she did this. So she's thought about this a lot.
We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward.
Wow.
Time has modified this memory into a special letter, so that we do not forget our original intent.
It's made it into like a very almost digestible situation here. So she said, the answer is all within you. You made your own decision. So I think maybe she's saying, yet she knew one day someone would return to unveil the... So I wonder if I'm right in saying that she knew that someone would come here, so she's just talking to the air, or if she's talking to the person that helped her.
It's a letter written by Tribios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory, it is Tribios of the future who overcomes all difficulties for her.
This music.
And sends her on a long journey toward the tomorrow where we are.
See you tomorrow, right? I'm starting to tear below. This is awful. Tribios sent a letter to her future self, so she would I might be just like as well, so she'd stay on that path. She knew that someone would come to uncover this, you know.
Yes, you'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon.
Look at little Trinian with her hand out. This is so beautiful. This is amazing.
Here, you have traveled far on your way home. Such is the maxim that unveils Tribios' fate. You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments
Jesus.
And wither on the soil of foreign lands.
I'm gonna take just. I'm always. I know. I'm just gonna take pictures as much as I can.
So, if you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep this memory here for you, or for me, to embrace it again.
It's almost like it is like a motivator in a way, right? To keep going, to see tomorrow. A message from the past to their future selves to understand why they went on this journey, or at least like the motivation to go on this journey.
Worry not. The loss is something we've grown used to. Our resolve and our pledge are what Tribios will never forget.
That's what they said at the gravesite as well, right? The idea that like they made this pledge, they knew that this was going to happen. Loss is something we've grown used to, but they've remembered their pledge, and they just lost someone very important to them.
Each one of us has never failed to remember. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value.
That's what the Titan said as well, right? Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, even life itself. Which even life itself holds the value. So saying it's not just a loss of life, right? It's again, I might be getting that wrong.
The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain, like my mother and I.
So even if there are sacrifices, there will be something that is good that comes out of it.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit, just as my blade-wielding right hand is not a hollow formality.
Yeah. It's like there's something is going to come of this.
the myriad passages of Janus, and we will once again
Ride the west wind, and let the wings carry us far
Jesus,
away.
dude. Holy hell.
So, this is your answer.
Again, I'm gonna just make sure we have like a lot of this just like so we can look over it again.
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets. Now, with or without the gods' blessing,
Gorgeous. Absolutely freaking gorgeous.
I run towards the world's agony.
Am I getting this right in saying like, this is her like literally accepting that there will be so much pain on this journey, accepting that there will be so much horrors on this journey, but again, there's gonna be something good that comes out of this in the end. She knows that there's gonna be a tomorrow. It's reaching for tomorrow.
If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness, we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
I keep getting like moments of like just like, you know, when you get like feeling like something stuck in your throat, like, you know, like when you're about to cry. I keep getting those moments of just like thinking of Trinian saying see you tomorrow. Light calendar 3760, month of Evernight. Janus' holy maiden Tribios bore the core flame to quell the chaos and became the demigod of Janus. She traversed the gate of infinity, splitting into 1,000 messengers to spread divine prophecy across the land of Amphoreus. After a century of arduous journeying, like calendar 3870, month of freedom, humanity's plane chase journey officially began. Do you think that it's more literal than I was thinking then? Like she was literally like, oh wow. Like it was literally, oh, don't go back
Lady
here.
Tribi, do you still think...
Like, do you think it is literally like the 1,000 pieces is literally like 1,000 Tribies spreading the word? And I'm gonna record this just in case as well, guys. Across the world too. This is a really beautiful but emotional ending, honestly.
that everything will be fine tomorrow.
Please stop saying tomorrow. Please. It's making my body shake.
Yeah, that's what Trinian would say as well.
Jesus, it's literally how she said goodbye. I'm not even trying to hold it in, guys. It's just like this weird thing where like I'm amazed by the beauty, but also there's like so much sadness in this too, and like it's fighting with itself in my body, you know? It's fighting itself. There's my awe of how beautiful it is, and the feeling of missing Trinian and what's happened with the sacrifice and all this stuff to sadness is fighting. Oh God.
With all due respect,
I don't think it's fighting anymore. I don't think it's...
Lady Tribi, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie.
No, don't say that.
I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
With this music as well. Is it kind of like what I was saying too, like with the idea of like a world, the white silver shores, something that doesn't really truly exist, but it's something to kind of keep you going regardless.
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world. Jesus, dude.
Prophecy.
I think that's the thing. We can't think of it as a literal thing. I think it is like, she's gonna explain it herself, but like I think it is like just more figurative.
Listen, in every corner of this land, every heartbeat carries a prayer for that prophecy to come true. It may be that only a few heroes will bring tomorrow to the new world, but the prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow belongs to all in Amphoreus.
Jesus, Tribi, what the hell? Like, it's not just the Chrysosayers who adhere to the prophecy. This belongs to everyone in Amphoreus. And that's probably why she wanted to show it to Kratos as well, right?
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How can such words be called a prophecy?
I love Castra's questioning this as well, by the way, because Castra says, "Oh, does she?" When she tilted her head down, I even got like emotional again. Like Castra's is a character who values life so much, and people dying makes her so sad. Like I know you can say, "Well, Calvin, of course it makes her sad," but no, it makes her sad because like it's like she's so close to death with her own journey as well, you know.
Because people believe it will come true, and they are trying hard to hold on to that belief.
Oh my god.
Even as the
it's
world
gorgeous.
teeters on the brink of collapse, everyone is pressing forward, longing to reach farther and move towards
It's so
tomorrow.
gorgeous. Such a gorgeous ideal.
And that is why a holy maiden exists to lead the world toward tomorrow. And why Anaxagoras' prophecy unfolds as passages.
It's that hope, right? It's that like idea of like it keeps people going.
Fate is not about the outcome, but the journey. It's not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road.
This is I genuinely was like, and this is a very Honkai Star Rail special. I was like so surprised, like, oh, I'm not even like crying.
But rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread toward the sea of flowers.
So we're seeing here now the Tribios. When she passed that gate into a new world, she was already happy, knowing that she was moving towards a new world and helping people move towards a new world. The silver shores are like almost like it's the journey itself. Jesus, man, this is so beautiful, so beautiful.
So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow.
It's so beautiful as well.
There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved by our future selves.
True, very true.
Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think. And set off at daybreak. The hesitant part of us will be left behind
Jesus,
in the dark,
she's...
while the determined side of us will know no fear.
I never use this term, but it's a term that I feel like needs to be used. It's like spitting, right? Like this is like such a beautiful way of expressing it. The idea that like setting stuff aside for tomorrow is not just being lazy and going, I'll deal with it tomorrow. It's like, deal with it in the dawn, have a new perspective when you get to deal with it, and then leave the part behind that was worried about it, you know?
Because that's how Tribios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy.
So I think the 1,000 thing was literal. I think it was literally literal.
Beckoning the morning sun, and the tomorrow it promises to bring.
Literally just like, imagine your prophecy for Tribios is spreading the word of the morning sun.
We will now continue the journey
Stop.
and face our
Please.
destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity.
This music as well is so beautiful.
We shall sweep apart Amphoreus' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shore. That end of the journey. That new world and new tomorrow.
Oh, we're her mother as well.
It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind.
Oh,
Flowers
this
bloom
music
in
is so
spring.
It's so pretty.
See you tomorrow, Trinian. See you tomorrow.
Oh God. I think it's so beautiful that Tribi's character put so much emphasis on the word tomorrow, but it doesn't mean everything we thought it meant. It's about like reaching for something better, giving people that hope that they can move to something better. It's not literally supposed to be this beautiful haven in this world. It's also the journey that you go on, and oh god, guys, I'm not doing well. It's people finding that strength to move on. It's people finding a new hope in the morning. It's people casting aside their fears with hopefulness. When she said it belongs to everyone in Amphoreus, it's honestly one of the most beautiful things that you could say. Because it's not just the Chrysosayers who are fighting for tomorrow, it's also everyone. And you could use Kratos as an example, even if it's a a bad example. There's so many people, the kids, everyone in this world is fighting for tomorrow or moving towards tomorrow. So freaking beautiful, guys. So freaking beautiful. And now we have Anaxagoras here as well.
Child of humanity.
Oh wow.
Surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akama.
That is true. He looks so freaking cool, doesn't he? But yeah, just standing here with Cersei, he's like,
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned Reason Titan to behave like this.
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to act this way.
Wait, like poking him, prodding him, getting to like do stuff because he's like very prickly?
If you were more accommodating, you wouldn't be opposing me all the time.
Oh wow.
And I could teach you more freely instead.
It actually kind of makes me happy that Anaxagoras is, because that fits the character I thought he was in some way too. Like just absolutely like even like he'd even argue with the Titan of Reason, It's kind of fun in a way.
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it. Cut the sarcasm and just say what you need to say.
You just say plainly, right?
Fine, fine. All I want is to remind you.
Remind us?
There's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon, I will have to take over.
So his like soul
body.
is like deteriorating to that degree?
If I'm not worried, why should you be? I know what you're planning. You just want my help answering the question.
So she's saying she'll take over his body then? Like completely, like I guess she'll maybe become his soul in some way?
What exactly are we? Correct?
Oh, like asking like what they are as one combined entity?
It's good that you remember. Thus, equivalent exchange. It's only fair.
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed, and you'll have to return my body shortly.
What is happening here? So he's deteriorating and let me see this. I'm gonna take a picture of this anyway, but there's not much left in your soul if you don't do something soon. I have to take over this body. So his soul is deteriorating and she's saying she's gonna take it over, but there's also the question that they're asking is, what are we? So it's asking what are we as in what are we together, or what am I as in what is Anaxagoras?
Is that true?
Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting my body back.
So he's saying he is frail. His soul is probably draining.
But I didn't expect the answer to be right within it. That saved me a lot of trouble. I don't even need the black-robed swordmaster's ceremonial blade.
Wait. Wait. Why is he mentioning when
That's certainly worth celebrating.
is he saying that Cersei's helped him? Like get his body back?
Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
And what's that experiment?
The girl who's walking with death. Is she fully prepared?
Casters?
Be patient, Titan.
What is happening?
If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
Was he trying to find death?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okima, I must ask you to slow your pace.
Oh my god. This is the first time they've met on camera for us.
I forgot about you. My apologies.
Did she overhear that whole conversation too? This is the first time that for us we've seen them on camera together.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from a cheeky child.
Oh my god, the bickering already starts.
Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that Titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise. There's no need to go to such lengths.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. If you snuff out the core flame of reason...
Can I be honest and say that I don't know exactly all that's happening here? Like, sorry, I just had to go for a second. But like they said here, provocation will only tip the Talantan scales further towards your demise. So she's saying that he knows that there is going to be a demise for him. Maybe like what he said earlier about his soul, or what Cersei said about his soul. And it's like a monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me, because she needs the core flame.
What else can you use to stand against the council?
And he knows that there's some things happening with the council now.
Do you two mind if I cut in?
Oh my gosh, you could tell there was a bit of a tension here, 100%.
I warned you. Do not interrupt.
Oh my god, Anaxagoras has told her to do not interrupt me ever.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
What a question.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold core.
Wait, so he was dead?
I'm back.
He was just dead?
Finally have a moment to catch my breath. Want to chat?
Wait, so she brought him back to life. Is that what she's saying? What? Again, we're gonna have to like find out more about that like soon, I suppose. But like, because you never know in this game if they're saying figurative or literal. But like, it could be just a thing where like she literally brought Anaxagoras back to life. He was dead, and that's why she's saying, "Do you really care about death when you've already died?" What the hell? Why is again those conversations? Sometimes I'm like, what's even being said here? But I think that's what they're saying. If so, that's pretty freaking insane, right? And maybe that's why his soul is so faint. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. And Don Hong's back, my beloved.
It's unusual to see Mem isn't with you.
I let Mem rest. They've had a trying past few days.
Since they're not here, let me ask you. Are you really sure you want to take on the trial of Orynyx's core flame on behalf of the Chrysos heirs?
The way he just says it outright as well. I don't see why not. Still in the fence. It was Mem's idea. It's all up. It's about time for me to level up. That's a good way of answering.
We've ended up at this point after all. This is probably a fate that trailblazing can't evade.
And every trailblazer must make their own path, right?
You should be extra cautious and watch out for yourself. Based on the experiences of those before you, the trial is no walk in the park.
Man, like the idea of Stelle doing the trial is insane. You know, it is like something, when you really think about it, it's something that's like absolutely insane. Like knowing what the trials are. I saw the animation for Midamos' trial. It was brutal. Brutal.
But what concerns me even more is that you'll further bind yourself to Amphoreus. If you truly assume that Titan's divinity,
oh yeah,
do you believe that you'll be able to lay it down again?
This is something that's a really important question, I actually think, which is like, you know, once you do this, like, are we gonna be able to leave in a proper way?
Forget it. We'll deal with that when the time comes. No matter what happens, I'll be right there.
Oh, Don Hong, my beloved. Thanks, bro. I think thanks, bro is definitely great.
Oh, by the way, I got held up by 2 people in guard uniforms and ended up missing Trian's farewell ceremony.
Let me talk to them. Who held you up?
They said they were messengers of the Council of Elders and wanted to verify my identity.
That makes perfect sense that that's who did that, 100%.
But I suspect we've been on their radar for a while. And they only made their move when you and I got separated.
And again, that's the cheeky and sneaky tactics of the council. They saw that we were separated and made their move as soon as that happened.
The questions were quite specific, from how we arrived in Akama to our relationships with each Chrysos heir. They even asked about what we did in the market.
They're scheming. They are scheming and planning.
Luckily, those pawns aren't the brightest. I managed to brush off most of their questions, so they'll probably leave us alone for a bit.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like they are, like, they're very self-important, especially the elders. You know, looks like the undercurrents are rolling. The dark undercurrents are roiling in Okema.
Their conduct
Did that say next version?
Certainly irritating.
Did Stelle just break the fourth wall a little bit?
But on second thought, Aglaya also initially kept her guard up with us. It's best not to provoke either side until we know the full truth.
I'll provoke the council. You know? Just a little bit of death, you know what I mean? A little bit of killing, that's all. Just a bit.
The only thing we know for sure is that some members of the Council of Elders aren't happy with the Chrysos heirs. In the worst case scenario, we could be caught up in the internal conflicts of the Holy City.
That's my favorite episode. That's the episode I hate the most. To be continued. Is Stelle just breaking the fourth wall here? Like, fully? The only thing we know for sure is that some members of Kea, like, it's like to be continued. It's like, I guess this is the end of the act, I'm guessing, right? Because she's like, this is what's happening next? Or, you know, I know it's Stelle just being quirky, but as well, but, you know, and being like a goblin, but even if only some members, like, they're gonna do damage to this place, I know they will. They're very sneaky and underhanded, and I actually support Goliath way more than I support them.
Ay, if only we had more time to sort through the clues about the Black Tide. But now, the weather is the only lovely thing left. Let's take some more pictures.
Every time he says this, he means let's think about March. Like Donong thinks about March every second of the freaking day, man. What a trio.
Huh? What's going on?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Something wrong, Donhong?
What are you talking about?
Oh.
No, don't say it's nothing. That's an that sounds like it's nothing is coming.
The memory card is full.
Oh, okay. I thought it was coming for something serious.
I bet March and the others are pretty worried too.
Again, that's such good writing. Once the memory card is full, instead of indirectly thinking about March with the camera, the first thing he thinks about is he just says it outright. It's like, okay, the camera was in lieu of him like constantly talking about March and seeing if March was okay. Now that the camera card is full, it's like, okay, we can't take pictures. I can't show my care for March in that way. I'm gonna talk about her outright. Crazy, absolutely crazy that we haven't got like. Wasn't that the cliffhanger of the first act?
And so, this long day passed for Akama.
It was a long day.
Some people arrived, and some left forever. Just like every other day of this journey, where we, stumbling, move forward.
I do love the word stumbling, right? Because it's like, it's not gonna be perfect. Nobody's perfectly moving towards this conclusion.
We have long been prepared. If we are to chase the flames, then we must grow used to farewells. And yet, No one back then could foresee death.
Whoa.
Its arrival would always be so sudden.
What the hell?
And
Wait,
so
what?
momentous.
That's Stelle. What are you talking about? Honkai? Are like spirits like fading away?
Even little gray, coming from beyond the sky,
What type of cliffhanger is this?
could not escape the Reaper's two hands.
What type of cliffhanger is
And
this?
what people gained and lost in that trial of death
What? The trial of death?
was far heavier than life itself.
What are you doing? Honkai?
Just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips.
Guys, this is not a normal way to do a cliffhanger. This game is insane. What am I looking at right now? What am I looking at?
And after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
Stop. Stop. What? I'll just take it. That's the end. That is the end of Act 2 of... Why would they give me a Trinian doll? What are they smoking? What is wrong with them? Avatar reward after obtaining and completing the Trailblaze mission passage revealed once more. The Trinian doll hugging her little wooden sword as if it is a treasure. Don't forget our promise. If we can see each other today, then see you tomorrow. Oh, if we can't see each other today, we'll see each other tomorrow. If we can't see each other tomorrow, then see you the day after tomorrow. It's like this hope. It's a whole message is a hope to keep going. It's a hope to keep thinking about the next day. We've another nameless recollection as well. Can I say as well, guys, I will be doing that next episode. It's one of those things that like, I don't think I have the mindset because everything that's happened right now to do all the Titan lore and the other thing as well. We will be doing those stuff next episode. This was insane. We're going here so we don't get any spoilers for anything. This cliffhanger. I don't think they know what a cliffhanger is. By the way, this being a cliffhanger of the I think it was the first act. And still we don't have any freaking answer about this is also insane. Is also crazy. And the reason I say, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm insulting Honkai. It's crazy what they did, and it pumps your blood and makes you go. It makes they've answered a big question about the idea of what "see you tomorrow" means and the reason for Tribi taking on the prophecy. Right? They've answered that. But just when you think you have the answers, Honkai changes the questions once again, and they end with moments of what? With both Anaxagoras and with the stuff with Stelle. Look at what they've planted in terms of the seeds for what's going to happen next. What are the councils scheming? What's going to happen with March? What's happening with Anaxagoras and his soul and the Reason Titan? And the experiment that he wants to do with Castris. That scene with Castris and Stelle, the picture there. Stelle is fading away. She looks like she's dying in a trial of death. And Castris is sad, standing over her. Or sitting over her. Like, legitimately, this is like... Honkai's very good at doing this, but the reason I went, like, that's not a cliffhanger. Like, imagine doing that in your TV show. By the way, Stelle's gonna freaking die, buddy. deal with it. You know what I mean? And I know like there's gonna be something that like it's not like she's just gonna die or whatever, and we're not gonna be able to get her back. That's our main character, right? I'm not stupid, but I'm saying that like, and here's the thing: I always see this something because people will talk about the idea of consequences and all this stuff too. It's like people like you can't have your cake and eat too. You can 100%. Whatever's gonna happen here with Stelle is gonna rip us apart. I feel like, and still we know we're getting her back, but that doesn't change the consequences. Because to me, consequences are also trauma. It's injuries, it's emotional weight, it's all that stuff. This was a crazy way to end your act. And it's so crazy that like this has been flying by for me, even though I'm pacing myself, I think, rather well. I find myself pacing it. I'm pacing it as like in a way that I want to pace it, where it's like it's gonna feel like it's how do I say it? Where like I don't want it to I'm not racing towards the end, but also I'm aware as well that there is a lot to do. So I'm pacing myself in a way that's like fun for me, where it's like I'm not like slowly artificially making everything last, right? Like, oh, I gotta like make everything last and stuff like this too, and you know, like that, because I feel like that's also a disservice. You know what I mean? Because I remember back in Genshin, like it made me nearly cry when people were like, Calvin, can you do more stuff? Because like, you know, we don't want it to end and stuff like this too. But I always have to do what I want personally, because I think artificially extending a game, not artificially, but like me extending a game just for the sake of it, not because I find something I want to do, is just as bad as rushing through a game for me, because it's I like to pace games and play games the way that the pacing feels right for me. So I've been pacing myself, taking everything as it comes, one step at a time. I don't think about these acts as like one big act, really. I think about them as like sections of the same world, right? I'm living in this world for a period of time. And I've said it to people in the comments before, but like, because people will like be so lovely and be like, Calvin, I love the way you pace the series. I love the way you don't come out and like, you know, get it. There's no chance of you really getting annoyed by the pacing, even though these are long acts, because you're taking them bit by bit. And the reason is like it's the same thing with like Genshin Archon Quest. Sometimes I like living in these worlds for hours at a time, rather than just doing. I don't like to go in thinking like, oh, this quest is this, right? And sometimes you have to be like, oh, this is a story quest. We're gonna do the story quest, right? But still, once we're in it, I like to think of it as like we're in this world, we're living in this place. This is our home for a while, and that's how I like to get immersed in video games. You know what I mean? It's fun for me in that way. But yeah, they've set up so many questions for the next act. What we learned here now in this act, it was pretty much all like the stuff with Tribios. And I think like to summarize everything, because I feel like, you know, it's like a lot of it was dungeon, but and maybe you guys can correct me on what we've learned throughout this. Tribios gained a lot of knowledge and from her mother, and a lot of hope from her mother, and a lot of inspiration from her mother. But she always had this thing in her where she wanted to help fight back the Black Tide. She even said it to her mother, how do I do that? And her mother kept saying, like, you don't worry about this. You just do. And I think like that's where she got kind of this, and it's interesting that the messaging that her mother was giving her is kind of similar to the idea of see you tomorrow, which is like, focus on your studies, do this now, get some sleep, get some food, right? Perfect messaging for the idea of see you tomorrow, right? Because there's so many times, right, where where you worry about something, right? And worrying is normal. But I remember, like, it's like the whole thing of, like, the example I will always give is there's some stuff that makes me nervous about, like, say, like, oh, I have to do something in a month's time. And it's like, while it's good to get a handle on it, it's like, okay, calm down. It's a month away. Get my dinner. Watch your favorite TV show. Relax. Worry about that stuff tomorrow. And then you tomorrow is well better equipped and way more calm to deal with these situations. I feel like it's always been, you know, a really good messaging. And I said it like before as well, like, it's if anyone needs help, by the way, I'm not a doctor, so never take my advice. If you're having trouble sleeping, please talk to somebody about it. But I remember like, but I don't think it's too personal to say this, because I think we should be more open with like anything that is like a mental health thing. But I remember like legitimately, like, you know, I had a lot of anxiety like years and years ago. It was maybe like 10 years ago, and I was so hard of sleeping and I couldn't sleep. And I ended up watching this YouTube video, and this lady literally was just like, talk to your thoughts and be like, hey, I'm not dealing with you right now, but I'll deal with you in the morning, all right? We'll talk about this in the morning, right? And while it seems weird, I found out later that like a lot of therapists actually employ this technique, and I didn't know this, but like it helped me sleep. The idea of like, let's deal with this tomorrow. Me in the morning is better equipped to this than me at night. And saying that to yourself, rather than just being like, you know, because I think there's you know, people deal with it in certain ways. They might watch TV or they might do this or whatever, and they might watch their favorite show, and that helps too. But I feel like it's way different to, you know, that's like a Band-Aid, I think, sometimes. And it actually eventually just helped me like sleep. Now I can sleep in like two minutes, guys. You just see me now, you know. And it's ever since that I saw that video, like I literally like have been sleeping like a baby in 2 seconds. I wake up in the middle of the night if I hear a noise, and so, like say someone like wakes, like there's a noise outside or something, like someone in the street is loud or something, and I literally just go back to sleep like a baby again. I like it's changed everything. And I know like it's like, I'm not trying to be like, they're just like me for real, bro. This is just like me. But I'm saying like the messaging of see you tomorrow hits hard for me. It does, because I believe in it. I believe in that idea. I believe in part of that messaging as well, 100%. That it's not just about like, oh, everything's going to be better tomorrow. It's about I'm better equipped to deal with tomorrow. I have a hope that I can do something better tomorrow. Even if it doesn't come to fruition, I still know that tomorrow me is better equipped to deal with something than later me. Even recent, like there's moments like in our lives that are even smaller where like, say like, have you ever like broken something that like, you know, or not even broken something. If you ever done, I don't know how to say it. Like, if you ever like, it's like doing something that you weren't supposed to do, but it's not like serious. And then you're like sitting there thinking about like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And you're looking up like ways to fix it. Oh, how do I fix it? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? And then like next morning you wake up and you're like, oh, like it's not that bad. Oh, I can do this and say, yeah, this, you know what I mean? It's like, the you tomorrow is always well better equipped. And I think it's honestly a big messaging here. But yeah, sorry to go on more about this stuff. Sorry to be like me for real, but I think it's a really important message, I think. But the thing I love about this is she had this connection with her mother. Her mother gave her this messaging, and Tribios kind of carried it on with her whole life and carried it with her for her whole life. The idea of wanting to stop the black tide, following in her mother's footsteps, and being closer to her mother in that sense as well. Her mother really did embody that idea of see you tomorrow. She aimed to take the core flame for herself so that she could spread the word of the prophecy to the world. And in my opinion, I think the whole idea of shattering into I thought it was figurative, but it could be literally the idea of shattering into 1,000 pieces and actually spreading the message of the prophecy everywhere was something that she wanted to do, as in the journey itself, right? She wasn't generally thinking of like, you know, there was going to be consequences. The idea of the shattering of 10,000 pieces, what's happened with Trinian, what's happened with herself. Like eventually there will only be one is what they said. There's 1,000 pieces and eventually there'll only be one is what I think they're saying. That's going to see this Evernova. Is that what it is? The Evernova? So like it is this thing where there will be consequences. There will be death along the way. There will be suffering. There will be sadness. But they know this is the journey. Tribios knows that this is the journey I chose. The reason I went on this journey is because even though it's going to be freaking difficult, even though it's going to be horrible, even though it's going to be all these things, I still chose to go on this journey for the sake of tomorrow, for the sake of carving that path. Because again, they said like the idea of like see you tomorrow and the idea of like, you know, that prophecy that Casters was questioning is not just like this idea of like everyone's going to make it to tomorrow. It's about helping people make it to the next day. It's about helping people get to that. And that's what Tribi lives by and Tribios lives by. See you tomorrow isn't it isn't just like this real thing of like the silver shores. It is a figurative thing that you say to someone, see you tomorrow, is make it to tomorrow. Let's get to tomorrow. And some people, as I said, don't make it to tomorrow. But it's about that journey. The prophecy is the journey itself, which is such a beautiful, beautiful thing as well. It really is. Because I think Casters is questioning, like, hey, that prophecy isn't real, that the idea isn't real. And Tribi kind of went back and was kind of like, no, that it is 110% real. You know, it is, but it's like not the way you think it is, right? It's not the way you think it is. It's a very beautiful messaging. What I got from the end there with like the moment with Finon and Trinian and us was that Tribios, there was someone helping her along the way, and we won't ever really know who was helping her along the way. We don't remember, right? Just like we don't remember exactly what she looked like in that moment beforehand. That's why we saw her as just like a baby, you know? We won't remember that stuff. But the Tribios had this foresight of sending a message to the future that would be eventually given to the past again, to whoever was there. It's almost like she was talking to like the air, it seemed, and saying like, you know, that she's not going to regret her decision to pass these gates. And once she passed this gate, like that's almost like that's her see you tomorrow, right? It's like she knows that there's like a hope beyond this gate. She knows that beyond this gate, she can like spread the word of the prophecy and help people, maybe fight back the black tide, help other people find their own shores, make life easier for other people. And she set apart the journey. We saw this stuff, the same thing that Trian said. Not Trian said, Tribi said. They are aware of this journey that they went on. They're aware of the sacrifices, but they're happy to do so because this is something that fulfills them, the journey that fulfills them, the journey that makes them happy in the end. We have some stuff we looked over here too. I can definitely look at it as well, just to see what we took screenshots of, because we took screenshots of like a lot of stuff here. Did I take a screenshot of this? Oh, just to see what it said. Okay, I guess I did. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which life itself holds little value. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain. Yes, it's also the idea here of the ideal of like the sacrifice I make will not be in vain. The death that happens won't end things. It will help people in the future, right? The libations poured and guaranteed will bear fruit, just as my blade-wielding right hand is not as hollow as a formality. Yes, this is another thing as well. The idea of like, yeah, it's even though these sacrifices are great, something good will come out of it, it feels like. Surmount the myriad passages of the Janus, and we will once again ride the west wings and let the wind carry us right away. So it's like overcome these trials and we let the wings carry us away. Again, it really feels like it is figurative, right? Though for anything. Did I take a screenshot of this? No, I didn't. I thought I did. Maybe I took a video by accident? Here it is, what I was looking at. Okay. The right, that's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer of no regrets. Yeah, she had no regrets as she went into this journey. I run towards this world agony. Again, that's her journey. She's facing it head on. She passes this gate and knows the world is in agony. She wants to help this world. We'll meet again in the west where the flowers bloom in spring. Janus only made Tribios aboard the core flame to quell the world's chaos and became a demigod of Janus. After a century of arduous journeying, humanity's flame chase journey officially began. I think we skipped a few things in here as well. I'll have to tell Calvin to shut up here for a second. Traverse the gate of infinity, splitting into 1,000 messengers. Yeah, that's what it is. It is literally 1,000 pieces, and they're saying there'll only be one left. So out of all, there's only 2 left out of the 1,000 pieces, it seems, that were left there. Is that what we're getting at that as well? And there we go with the arduous journey as well. So let's see. So we have... This is what Cersei and Anaxa were saying. I thought I took more screenshots. I think I must have. I did. This is where I took the screenshots. Oh. Yeah, okay. Sorry about this, guys. So, this is what the Dying Titan said. Overthrow the gods, return the core flame, inherit divine authority, forge godly miracles. This is all the things that they're going to be able to do. Go kill, go mourn. So that's the idea of killing the Titans and mourning from kill my kin, mourn our fate. Ferry the spring of spirits of the gods, nourish the land of divine essence. Yet thou shalt remember, yet thou must remember. All shall bid farewell to one, and that one person will witness the miracle. So that's like them saying that there's going to be one left of this Tribios as well. Great maiden, what prophecy of fate Titans have shown you. And this is talking with the old priest as well. About the idea of how if you give people false hope, it's going to anger the gods, right? And this is them talking here as well. She can neither see or hear us, yet she knew that one day someone will return to unveil this dust-covered memory. We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward. Again, it's that motivation to move forward. Someone who helped us move forward as well. we took their help and our Tribios took their help and moved forward with that. It's more of a letter. It's rather than it being a full memory, it's a letter to the past, like a compact letter. Here I was set sail towards the distant horizon. Here you traveled far from your home. Such is the maxim that unveils the Tribios' fate. You shall shatter in 1,000 fragments and wither on the soil of foreign lands. So it's this that that's their fate. They will shatter into, they will become 1,000 pieces, and one by one they will fade away in foreign lands, spreading the prophecy, it seems, and performing miracles. If you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep a memory of you to embrace again. So it's like, and I love this idea, by the way, the idea that no matter what, if you feel lost, if you feel kind of afraid or lost, or like you kind of feel like you don't know what to do, come back here and you can always like embrace this again. It's setting something up for herself to kind of feel better. It's something like her mother would do for herself. Worry not, though loss is something we've grown used to. Our resolve and our pledge is what Tribios will never forget. And this is what even Tribi was saying as well. We've never failed to remember losses are a constant in Flame Chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. The hot blood, the sacrificial lamb. Yeah, it's like it's saying that like even though we have like there's so much death on this journey, there's so much pain in this journey, we won't. It doesn't stop us. The motivation is still there. The idea to move forward and spread the prophecy and save people's lives and perform these miracles. This is the stuff with Circe's and Anaxa, and I think it's I don't know if like we need to like really talk like look over this text here, but it seems like there was I think it's more confusing than anything, but it is an interesting thing too. But yeah, I just wanted to look over that just in case there's anything missed. But yeah, the summary of the thing with Tribi and all this stuff too is that they know that they knew that this journey was going to be perilous. They knew that this was a journey where they were going to perish on foreign soils. They knew this journey was going to reduce them to one person in the end, one Tribi in the end. But they still went on this journey because of the motivation given by their mother, the passion to save people and stop the Black Tide, and also the help of this one stranger also helped motivated them to move forward. And they sent a message from the future to the past, technically, from the past to the future to the past, almost like a letter to give comfort to whoever would read this, so they would know that the reason they went on their journey. They know this is going to be pain. They know there's going to be death. They know there's going to be suffering, but they still choose to move forward. And it's a very beautiful thing in that sense too. That's why they chose to pass by this passage. It wasn't for the sake of, any pride or anything like this as well. It's not for the sake of anything. And people can call it silly, but it is just because they saw this journey that they were going on as a way not only to help other people, be motivated to move on to tomorrow, a way to save people, but also it was the journey of this 1,000 fragments was their tomorrow, was their motivation to keep going, to follow in their mother's footsteps, to help as much people as possible. At least that's what I'm getting from anyway, that motivation, even if it was going to be really, really difficult as well. And it's even the stuff she said to Castris there as well, is the idea that tomorrow is not just a prophecy of everyone's going to survive. It's about a motivation to keep going. It's about the journey that you go on. It's about the everyday lives of everyone, because the prophecy belongs to everybody, not just the Chrysos heirs as well, not just the people fighting for it. It's the farmer who's looking to go to get to the next day. It's the mother who lost her child who wants to get to the next day. It's a really, really beautiful thing. Yeah, and the journey we went on through this dungeon as well was also really interesting. I actually found it to be kind of like it was paced really well, and it let us sit in the emotions of every single scene at the same time too. We followed Tribios around as they kind of were without their mother, and you could tell that they were scheming to get this core flame, and even the obtaining of the core flame was a very emotional moment. The tears streaming down from her face, it was almost like a release of emotion, like she finally feels like she did something. She's taking on the duty of Onyx in order to Janus, and to open these passages. But of course Janus told him this will end up in it won't end up well. It's not going to end up good. And there's probably a bunch of those emotions, thinking about her mother, thinking about how this is going to be a terrible, terrifying journey and a really arduous journey. But it was an amazing scene as well with the voice actor being so fantastic too. To talk about the other two scenes you saw there, but first of all, Anaxagoras. And just before we go, the scene there at the end where we were saying goodbye to Trinian finally was so sad and so beautiful. Such a beautiful location and such a beautiful moment. But yeah, another really sad and really impactful part in Tribios' journey. But you can tell like this motivation for them is like so real, because it was almost like a happy moment for them to see you tomorrow. We will see each other again. That's their motivation. That's the motivation to keep going, to get to the next day. Even in this very sad thing for us, it was like almost like a motivational thing for Tribi in a way. But yeah, the scene with Anaxagoras, he's talking about like a final experiment with death. Cersei says his soul can no longer hold on, but Cersei also said that he might be dead. Like he was actually found him dead. So that might be why his soul is failing in some way. There's a lot of themes of death in Amphoreus, it feels like too. But Aglaia definitely like knows something's up here as well. Knows something's on with this. Is happening here also. But I wonder what that means by the idea of like, you know, it's probably literal. It's probably literal. Like I found you dead, which would make sense with the whole like soul fading away thing. And then we also had the scene with Dan Heng, which was beautiful, like with the stuff with the pictures and the you know, the remembering of March and all this stuff too. But it also kind of let us know about the idea of, you know, Stelle doing the flame chase journey, and the trial, which is going to be very difficult, as we saw what Midamos went through at the same time also. But then soon after that, we also had the idea of the image of Stelle fading away and dying, like in a trial of death, cradled by Castorus. Really, really crazy moment here as well. I don't know, it's all really insane. It's all a really insane thing that they've done here. I think the cliffhangers are really great because, as I said, we answered this we put like kind of a bow on the question of Tribi, right? And their motivation and what see you tomorrow means. It retroactively even makes the moment where she said see you tomorrow, Trinian said see you tomorrow, even more beautiful. Trinian wasn't saying, oh yeah, see you tomorrow literally. It was a motivation for the girls to keep moving forward. That stuff was so beautifully put a bow on, right? It was so gorgeous. But then also the stuff that we have as questions going forward now are, how is the council getting involved? What is happening with Stelle and Castorus there? What's going to happen with March? Anaxagoras and his experiment and stuff with him like possibly being dead or he was dead, and how is Aglaia going to get involved in this too? My Day is gone, but he has he's protecting the front lines against the Black Tide. Finon's journey is definitely not even close to being done as well, especially since like he still is on the Flame Chase journey too. There's so many different questions and so many different avenues and so many different things that we still have to and get answered. And this is an unbelievable motivation to go into the next act. I don't know how long you guys have to wait, but I have to wait one day. So really, I'm probably in a worse state. You guys probably only have to wait like a few hours. I had to wait one day. But I'm really, really excited for it. Yeah, to put a pin in this, and just to say, the stuff with Tribi, Trinian, and any other fragments as well, it really feels like they are, to me, some of the most motivating characters in the world. The idea that they've gone on such a horrible journey and will go on more of a horrible journey, and they still have a smile on their face, they still are there for everybody else. It's one of those things where like, yes, I'm going to cry, but like it's hard not to look at them and be like, I'm ready to go on this journey for them. Like if they're doing it and they're gone and been through so much, it makes me want to like power through, you know what I mean? And I think it's a really important thing too. The fact that like, I think they probably do that for all the people in Forge. You saw what they did for Castorus there. That moment with Castorus was so powerful. The Castorus who thinks about death so much, who thinks about the idea of people losing their lives early. And she's so sad about the idea that they didn't get to fulfill their prophecy. But then of course she explained that is their prophecy. It's a prophecy for all, not about the ending, but about keeping people going, the motivation to keep going, the journey that you're on. And I feel like they're probably comforting Castorus in a lot of ways too, in a very beautiful and magnificent way. I also didn't say it here, but I love the artwork that they used for the final scene with Tribi. It's so gorgeous, very Final Fantasy-esque, really stunning artwork, really beautiful stuff. I liked it a lot, honestly. It was gorgeous. It was super, super gorgeous. And all the cutscene work and all the really beautiful like voice acting, the artwork that they insert in here, it's always really pretty. They did a really good job of this.
You be joining us? Then it's settled.
Highly emotional, really cool dungeon, really well thought out scenes and cliffhangers that were crazy and also bring up so many questions that make you want to play more. That's what I would say. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. And I should say as well, before we do anything else, I should say as well, I think that Tribi's story, with all of her motivations, all of the love that she has for people, the journey that she's gone on, the torments and suffering that she's seen throughout her whole life, I do think that she's one of the most powerful characters we've seen in Honkai Star Rail altogether. And the fact that she's still able to have a smile on her face for us is a deeply emotional and motivating thing as well. She motivates me. She makes me want to like power forward. And I think that's a really great thing that they're able to do here. If like the fact that like a character like this can make us want to move forward as well is really, really powerful. It is. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you for supporting me. If you want these videos early, this video released on Tuesday at the €1 tier or the $1.50 tier on Patreon and YouTube members. And if you want to have your name in the credits, it's going by right now. It is the €10 tier or the $12 tier. And if you want to have your name read out, as I'm going to do now, it is the $17 tier or the €15 tier. There, we got it out in the end. Sorry, my thoughts are probably all over the place for this, but it's you know, it's gonna be like that sometimes. But yeah, because it was a really kind of crazy sequence, a lot of different stuff happening. Thank you so much to Typhara2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Yuzuma, Felicius Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hike Sparian, Jerabinum, Neo Showerite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, RoyalGamer7, Blasco, and Lucinati. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.